im se svima, i malima i velikima, i bogatima i siromašnima, i slobodnjacima i robovima, dade žig na njihovu desnu ruku ili na čela njihova, te da nitko ne može ništa kupiti ili prodati, osim onoga ko ima žig ili ime zvijeri ili broj imena njezina.
Pozdrav dragi narode, dobrodošli u još jednu epizodu. Današnja epizoda se bavi jednom neugodnom situacijom, mogu bi reći, čak reći skoro tragičnom, koja je posljedica povjerenja u institucije koje nije bilo očigledno opravdano i koštalo je neke ljude uistinu visoke cijene. Danas moj gost dolazi iz Norveške i on je triatlonac, sportaš hobijem, ili se moglo reći čak i bivši, ali da sad o tome ja ne pričam na široko, najbolje da ga upoznamo. Moj današnji gost dolazi iz Norveške, on je Estonac, njegovo ime je Heiko Seep. Hello Heiko, welcome to our show in Croatia.
Hello, pleasure to, thank you, you have me.
It's pleasure. Can you say a few words about your background?
Yeah, I'm Heiko. I'm come from Estonia. I live in Norway. I have 3 kids. I enjoy all of kind of sports: skiing, triathlon, running, cycling, and forward. I'm working as in sport distributor company. Most of my life what I've been doing is sport and all focusing on family.
Great. Well, you're a family man, but we are here because of your story.
The life of the renowned extreme triathlete Heiko Seep took a sudden and devastating turn in Norway. Within just hours after vaccination, Heiko developed heart inflammation with excruciating chest pain. Rushed to the hospital by ambulance, he was diagnosed with pericarditis linked to the vaccine. After vaccination, Heiko developed a severe autoimmune disease, plunging him into a world of constant pain and agony, forever altering the course of his life and ending his journey as a top-level athlete. Setting him on a path to face the greatest challenge of his life.
In 2020 came pandemic, and in 2021 came, solution, and solution was vaccination. Why did you took vaccine?
Probably the pressure of outside government, all the other people. And at the same time, I was healthy. And in my head was like, what one vaccine can do to me. So I was like, it doesn't matter. I'm going to take it and I can live normal life. I can travel. I can go to the competitions. I can go for training, do whatever I want to do. Because without vaccine, you basically had to sit at home and everything was made really difficult to everyone. So I just decided it's going to be the easiest way.
It was not mandatory vaccination, but you said that for everybody was life very difficult if you don't take it. What do you mean difficult?
If you didn't get the vaccine, so you couldn't travel. You didn't get to the airport. You didn't have any chance to go to another land. So, but my life was pretty much in all our family. We love to travel. We love to take long spring vacation in Spain. So we love to go to the Ironman races, X3 triathlon races, and there we always going with all family together. It's like a little vacation all the time.
That means
So that's why we have.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why we had to be.
You want to lead a normal life like you used to.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, and you decided to take first dose. You were healthy before. You didn't have any kind of comorbidities before.
No, not at all. I've been always healthy. Probably I had 2-3 days every year when I had some runny nose or a little bit like a heart throat, but maximum 2-3 days every year. So I've been always healthy.
How old are you?
I'm 42 years old.
Oh, that means you had then 39. Okay.
Yeah.
After you took vaccines, you felt some symptoms.
After receiving the vaccine, Heiko developed a serious autoimmune disease, causing his immune system to relentlessly attack his own body. During these episodes, Heiko's entire body shuts down, leaving him bedridden. He endures a long list of debilitating symptoms, including episodes of fainting, tremors, fatigue, and extreme joint and muscle pain, as well as a very weak immune system, brain fog, headaches, and cold feet.
Can you tell us in details what happened that day when you took first dose?
Yeah, if we're starting all the way from the beginning, after first vaccine, when I actually didn't know what's going on. I never have been sick, and somehow after first vaccine started all kind of strange problems. I was sick like 3-4 days, then I had 2-3 days pretty okay, and it went all summer exactly the same way. I was like really sick and up and down all the time, so I didn't know what's going on. I was blaming about it in really warm summer, so because we were using air conditioner at home, and we thought maybe they're coming the problems. But when I took my second dose of vaccine, I have around 15 minutes from the vaccine station to the home. So I got home and I already start to feel dizzy somehow, and I didn't feel good. And about 40 minutes, I start to feel a horrible breast pain. My muscles start to hurt. I couldn't walk well anymore. And it's ended up that on the end I couldn't even breathe. So I fell down on the floor and couldn't breathe. So yeah, it was really horrible feeling. I really wasn't sure what's going on, and it was so painful and hurt, and I really thought I gonna die.
And you went to hospital, of course, or you took ambulance?
Yeah, and go to the hospital, and so then I went to the hospital, yeah.
What was first reaction from doctors?
Oh, it was pretty ridiculous, actually. In the first day when I was there, so they said to me, yeah, you have this pericarditis, and you are already pretty old man, you're supposed to start training. That's what they told me.
You're supposed to start training?
Yeah.
Because you are old?
Yeah, okay. You're supposed to already start to think about it, how old are you, and you're supposed to be more focused on training. And then I explained to them I've been actually training all of my life.
Let's see a little bit of your sport history.
Let's also journey back to celebrate his remarkable achievements and superhuman condition as a world-class extreme triathlete. There was a time when Heiko soared through life, seemingly invincible.
As we look at Heiko Seep making the climb there.
Heiko has achieved impressive podium placements in extreme triathlons, securing his first place at Evergreen Endurance, second place at Alaska Man, and 2 third-place finishes in Norway's Ironman and Scotland's Keltman.
I have some experience with sport. I'm also, beside this, coach, fitness and bodybuilding coach. And when I see somebody, I can tell you immediately if he's fit or if he's do some kind of training and which kind of training. Weightlifting or running or maybe some other kind of sports. And doctor who has to have more experience, he told you when he saw you that you need to focus on training.
Yeah, it was a little bit strange, but second day they actually confirmed that it's a vaccine injury. But right away after that they sent me home and wrote me some heart supplements and ebooks, and they told everything gonna be good in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
But things went worse.
When went worse?
So,
how long it took to get
everything
even worse?
went worse. Yeah, everything went worse step by step. In October, the situation was already so bad that I almost couldn't walk.
You took second vaccine in September, as I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 16th of September. 3 years ago.
And you couldn't walk already in October?
Yeah, I was really struggling with walking. I had so horrible muscle pain. And it went worse and worse over winter.
Yes, and what they said next, there has to be some explanation, because he told you in 2 weeks you will be better, but you're not.
After that, they actually refused me in every single way in National Hospital. They refused to take me in 14 months, or was 13 months. They didn't take me in. They refused every time when my family doctor sent request to get me in the specialist. So I had to go to the private hospital. In Volvat hospital, a private hospital here in Oslo. There I went to the cardiologic festival. She said she can't actually see any heart disease, but there was some little problem, but she sent me forward to infection doctor. This anti-infection doctor, he told me, and he also wrote it down, that he believed there is pretty big possibility of vaccine injury, and he believed there can be some of kind of autoimmune disease. And they also, he said, I'm really sorry, I'm not exact specialist of this of kind of thing. So he sent everything forward to Riks Hospital, but Riks Hospital refused to take me in. So I had to wait 13, 14 months when they finally took me in.
That means they think it was some kind of side effects from adverse events from vaccine, pericarditis. Let me remind our audience one more time, who are you, your background. That's very important, because in Croatia, not only in Croatia, everywhere, we now know that this illness, COVID-19, was not a danger for healthy people, especially from young, healthy and other young adults. But anyhow, they recommend it to everybody.
We can have water that's below 10 degrees, which wouldn't be allowed in a different type of triathlon. High winds. We often include mountains, so that gives a lot of ascent in the bike course and in the run course.
Norseman is considered one of the toughest sporting events globally, and it is also one of Heiko's favourite races. In the early morning, participants start with a 3.8-kilometre swim in the fjord, followed by a demanding 180-kilometre bike ride. The race concludes with the 42-kilometre marathon. The finish line is nearly 2 kilometres high at the mountain's summit.
This is your favorite race.
And it's just this of kind of really special race for me. That was my first first triathlon. And it's really mental race. It's really different. There you can get snow, you can get rain. Plus on the end you have to run from 0 to 1800 meters. It's really, really special race. But I've been in top 10 in this race. Mm-hmm. And there is always a lot of really, really strong guys, even professional triathletes. So it's just really, really beautiful race, and it's some of kind of different than any others. Maybe because it's the first one for me, and it's also the first extreme triathlon in the world. So there is like this of kind of really, really different milieu, and you can feel it that already. If you arrive to the H-sphere, you can feel it. It's really, really special and really, really good race.
What is the temperature of the sea?
It's pretty much going up and down. The coldest, what I know, was 2015. It was 11.5 degrees. But this of kind of average is 15 degrees.
And what is the height of the finish line?
1,800 meters.
1,800. Great. And how many times you went through this race?
7 times. I had a dream 10 times, but now, since I got sick, things been changing. So I'm still trying to be optimist, and I still hope I can do 3 times more. But first of all, I have to get my health back and to get my life back to normal where it used to be. If I don't get exactly where it used to be, but if I get back 80%, I'm going to be really happy.
You need to be extremely fit for this race, and also your immune system should be very strong.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this of kind of races like extreme triathlons. You have to be good fit, and you have to be mentally ready for it.
No. And unfortunately, you thought that you are invincible and that some vaccine cannot hurt you.
After the first vaccine, Heiko's health took a nosedive. Suddenly, he found himself grappling with a weakened immune system, enduring constant coughing and flu-like symptoms. He also faced a mysterious onset of muscle stiffness and pain. Despite these symptoms, Heiko completed the 2021 Norseman competition, unaware that his superhuman condition would soon undergo a devastating change, leaving him disabled. In September, following his second dose, within hours of vaccination, he felt tightness in his chest and shortness of breath. Overwhelming chest pain ensued, making every breath excruciatingly painful. Heiko's chest pain progressed to a critical state and he crumbled to the floor, struggling with a sense of suffocation.
Well, very early in 2021, we know that in danger group, it's one who has other comorbidities. Actually, average of 3 to 4 other comorbidities, and one of them is usually type 2 diabetes. And these kind of people were in danger from the COVID-19. And I don't understand why they are suggested and recommended to everybody, especially for people like yourself.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. To be really honest, I've been thinking about it a lot, and it's just makes me mad. And what makes me the most mad, if something went wrong, no one don't want to take responsibility.
Yeah, they are told you that the only reason of your condition is this pericarditis, and it's because of vaccine, but everything else is a coincidence.
Yeah.
Why they are claiming that? Because your history, that means your database from medical history, it's clear, and everything what happened to you happened after vaccination.
Yeah, it's really, really hard to explain, and it looks like they just trying to cover it up, and it's still going the same way. Whenever I'm trying to talk about it, so they basically sat me down, and every time when I went going to consultation in the Rikshospital, they just doesn't care. They just saying, yo. What we're gonna do? We don't know what's going on, and they even don't take any tests.
Well, I have also experience from other countries. I had lots of interviews, and also from Croatia, and it seems that nobody wants to talk about it, and everybody wants to see and tell that everything was right. They've done whatever they can, but they don't want to talk about it. It doesn't have any logic. If you've done everything right, then you can talk, you can explain, and you can prove that you've done whatever is possible to prevent pandemic, what they're claiming all the time. Let's see what happened in your case with the health authorities.
Heiko senses a feeling of abandonment by the national healthcare system, and he feels that he's left without a diagnosis and the necessary treatment.
They still keep saying basically that you are not sick, and that's so irritating.
We reviewed Heiko's medical history pre-vaccination and found no issues with joints, muscles, heart, or immune system. Aside from a fully recovered shoulder injury 20 years ago, Heiko has been exceptionally healthy and injury-free. What stands out is that immediately after vaccination, his previously non-existent medical history was suddenly overwhelmed with serious health problems, frequent doctor's visits, and hospitalizations. It took us days to go through Heiko's extensive post-vaccination medical records. Once very healthy, he developed an onslaught of symptoms in just a few months, including neurological issues and a weakened immune system leading to frequent flu. These health issues are not simply due to athletic wear and tear. They indicate serious underlying autoimmune problems. We carefully documented every instance of Heiko's symptoms mentioned in his medical visits, concluding that his post-vaccination symptom history is well documented. Medical professionals have identified initial heart inflammation from the vaccination, irregular heart activity noted during a stress test, and abnormal blood test results. Aside from these findings, Heiko appears healthy, and his joints are in excellent condition during examinations, showing no signs of inflammation or wear. While specialists attribute Heiko's heart inflammation to the vaccination, and some doctors haven't ruled out his other symptoms being vaccine-related, he has yet to receive a definitive diagnosis from the national healthcare system. They don't know what's wrong with him.
We see in Croatia, Norway is a very developed country, and also their health system it's much better than ours. And we see also Norway as some kind of role model, but it seems to that they have serious issues when it concerns this worldwide vaccination program.
Yeah, that I've been hearing that everywhere, that Norway had the best healthcare and everything is for free and life is so beautiful. So long, if you're healthy, life is, it's nice and beautiful, especially if you're doing sport. You have all the possibilities, whatever you want to do. You have nice forests, mountains, and forward and forward. But when you get sick, the lines to get to the specialist are so long. So you don't have any other possibility that you have to go to the private. So it kind of costs money for you. If you finally get to the specialist, if you're talking about vaccine, no one even don't want to listen about it. So to be really honest, I'm really, really disappointed of Norwegian healthcare. That's maybe a little bit extreme, but I just have to say it how I feel. I feel like it's working the same way like in Soviet Union. When I was little, my father and mother always said, whenever you're going out, you can't talk about it, what we've been talking at home. And it's pretty similar way working here in Norway with this vaccine. People are afraid to talk about it. And it's same with the healthcare. They just don't want to take any part. No one wants to say anything. It's same in, because Anne working in the hospital, and she said like, everyone basically saying, sorry to hear about it, but no one don't want to get any closer to any issue of this vaccine story.
Anne is your wife?
Yeah.
Yes, you came from Estonia to Norway. When and what was your motivation?
No, on the beginning it was just because my father was working here, and then to earn a little bit extra money, But then somehow I met Anne, and then I had to figure it out what I'm gonna do with my life. So somehow I stayed here, and so now I'm here.
Do you regret that you stayed in Norway?
No, not that. If you take like a big picture, I love to live in Norway. I love all this forest, what they have here, mountains. You have possibilities to live exactly like I love to live. Go to the skiing, to my own stuff. I never go to the city, so my life been always forest, on the bike, family, work. So like in big picture, I love all the lifestyle in here and how the life going.
And that's why you had to take some steps for your condition, for your health, and you had to go to private clinics, and that cost you a lot of money.
Moving to Spain means additional expenses and uncertainty, adding to the already astronomical cost of Heiko's illness. As Heiko is unable to sustain a full-time job, and seeking help from private clinics has devastated them financially.
We couldn't keep up with all the bills, so we are really behind. We can still pay like basic need, but we just owe too much.
In the last 2.5 years, we are basically lost everything. We have been selling everything what we have at home. Bicycles, skis. We have been taking credit cards to just get some help from the private clinics. We've been spending so much money, so much resources, time, our mental health, everything. I need to get something back, everything, all the resources what we've been using here.
You suffered hard financially. Can you tell us something about this?
Yeah. On the beginning, I lost 40% of my income. Then Anne had to go down with down to 80% to help me in the winter time, help kids because I couldn't deliver kids in the kindergarten or pick them up. So we already lost with the salary. So every single of extra money what we had, all the savings what we had before, went straight away to the private clinic. And it wasn't just only here in Norway. We also had to go and travel a little bit around Europe to get the extra help. In last winter, I had to go to Spain. So that's also extra money what we had to use. So it's we had to sell almost everything, whatever we had at home. And most what is irritate me, I had to sell all my skis, all my bikes. I had 3 nice bikes. I had to sell bike what belonged to Anne. We've been using all our credit cards, whatever we had. We had to take extra loan. On middle wild, we had even the situation when we had to sell our frame, this bed, to get a little bit extra money for kids, because we want to do whatever that kids doesn't understand. We have really difficult time. So, and now it's exactly same. All the money what I get from what I already have got from GoFundMe, so that I'm gonna use to go to Spain for winter time. I've been really lucky because I have got really good connections now with the USA. Many doctors trying to find a good treatment for me. So the next step gonna be all the money what I get wherever, I gonna use that to travel to USA to go forward and to get maybe better as soon as possible. Yeah, everyone who I've been talking, they saying, yeah, it can take 9 months to 2 years. But at least I hope one day I'm gonna be on my legs again and I can be focused with the kids and with all of my family. That's irritate me actually the most, that kids doesn't have a active family, active father anymore. I used to do everything with them. I used to go really early morning in the training that kids didn't even know that Papa is going to the training. So I had all evening with them, all day with them after work. Every weekend we went to the hiking in the forest. stayed overnight in the forest, but now I can't take this of kind of risk. I'm not sure what's kind of condition I'm gonna be next morning if I'm gonna wake up in the forest. So we are basically bankrupt. So, but I'm still trying to be positive, and I still hope that one day I'm gonna be fit to go back to the work and do what I love the most, because I also love my job. It's like beautiful job to do exactly the same thing what I love to do in my life.
And how society in Norway is acting in this kind of cases? For example, in Croatia, if we have some case for special emergency, especially for kids, people raise money very fast for that purposes, because we don't have very big protection from our health system. It seems to we have bigger than you in Norway, but let's not compare. But usually society in Croatia helps in this kind of special cases, especially when kids are involved. What is case in Norway?
We haven't get almost any help. When we asked social help from our kids and our economic situation, so I get the answer that I'm using my money wrong, that all the money what I'm getting from now it's like a social help or tax office because of my disease. So all this money is supposed to use for family, not to travel around Europe and try to get help. But how am I going to be healthy one day? I'm never going to be healthy if I just forget myself, and I'm never going to be the father to my kids if I'm not healthy. So I got this of kind of message, and on the end, we got things organized. We got little help. So now paying our kids trainings, and we've been getting little help also of our neighbors and mothers and fathers of classmates to my kids. But this help in like different kind, that if kids need to go to the training or competition, so then other fathers and mothers can help them. So, but economy size, yeah, we haven't get so much help from the Norwegian system. It's been always really difficult, and they pretty much refuse everything. They saying you have enough money, you're just supposed to be focused, like buy cheaper thing for food, but that's my main point, that kids doesn't feel that we have hard times. I don't want that kids gonna feel a little bit different in the school, because another kids can be a little bit if they see that there is different kids, they can be a little bit bad with others. So that's why I'm giving all focus that kids doesn't feel that.
Yes, I understand you completely. It seems so that wealthy countries doesn't have so many empathy for a society like medium or even poor countries. I can say concerning Croatia that in Croatia you can really count on help of society, of your friends, of families. We have this in the culture, and I'm very proud of it. Tell me, you now have to move to Spain because you cannot keep your health during the winter, because these winters in Norway are too tough for you, for your condition.
Yeah, I already feel it now. I'm using good day 1 hour to get to my legs. Bad day 2 hours when it's raining a lot, and as today in the morning was just only 7 degrees. So it's really difficult to get on my legs. So, and it's getting colder and colder. So we have to do something what can a little bit help me. So we've been also decide that this year kids gonna come with me to Gran Canaria because in Gran Canaria they have a Norwegian school. So I gonna move end of September, and kids will coming in November. So because kids want to be with their father, so and she gonna come in February, and we're gonna stay there until June. So to be sure, if we're coming back, the weather will be nice in here.
Yes, I understand completely. Finally, this health system doesn't offer you any kind of compensation for your condition.
The Norwegian system of patient injury compensation does not recognize any of Heiko's autoimmune symptoms as vaccine-related.
There is no permanent and significant injury. There is no basis to claim that the vaccine can cause conditions such as fatigue, tiredness, or general pain lasting beyond 4 to 6 weeks. Such conditions occur frequently in the general population and can be due to many factors.
In other words, all of Heiko's health problems, except for the heart problem, simply happen to occur coincidentally around the time of his vaccination, but are not caused by the vaccination.
It's a coincidence. It came everything on the time after vaccination, but it's not caused by vaccination. What is your comment?
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's just ridiculous. And if they even don't want to talk about it, that makes it even more ridiculous. And they totally avoid me in first 13, 14 months. So it just makes me so mad. It's even difficult to describe how I feel sometimes. It's because of I'm really up and down, and I'm fighting pretty much with depression, especially with the bad days when it's like rainy days or when it's colder days. So then I have to fight with myself pretty much to move myself to just get out, and it's getting worse and worse every year.
Maybe I can ask you some unpleasant question. Have you ever thought about suicide?
First year, I had really difficult. I didn't get so far, but I was so deep depression the first winter. But then I got help. My family doctor, she managed to get me into the rehabilitation, and I got there also mental health help and all the other. It was really positive. And then after that I also went to the psychiater for 14 times to talk 45 minutes, and it also bring me pretty much back on the normal, and it pretty much helped to find a way how to deal with this kind of situation.
How much money you receive according to this vaccine injury compensation program?
Yeah, I got 1,500 Norwegian crowns. It's 100. Today's course, it's gonna be around 135 euros.
Totally.
Yeah. But at the same time, I had to pay lawyers and all the other expenses, private clinics, and travel to the Netherlands to the private clinics, and plus stay for winter in the Spain. So all this cost, plus I had to sell everything what we had to sell at home. So yeah, that's all what we get.
How people can help you if they want? How they can find you, how they can help you?
Yeah, it's to be really honest, that's makes me also. It's been really hard with answer to the people. it's coming so much. There is so many good people who want to contact with me, and I'm not so good shape at the moment to answer every single of mail. But it's always, we have this Heiko Seep film at gmail.com mail. I'm trying to answer as much as possible, but I have pretty limited time when I feel like sharp in my head. In the morning, I have probably 2-3 hours, but I can't sit with a PC more than 5-10 minutes, then I have to take break again. So it's really, really difficult on this side, and I feel a little bit bad about the situation that I haven't have possibility to answer everyone. But at the moment, my main concern is to raise a little bit more money to get also take a trip to USA, because I see there is like a lot of knowledge doctors who already know about COVID vaccine injuries, and that's my dream to get the real treatment.
Is there any kind of account where people can donate you something?
Yeah, that you can find in heikoseep.com. There we have GoFundMe profile where you can help me. Yeah.
Well, Heiko, this story is really touchy, and I can completely understand you. Of course, I cannot put myself in your boots, but I can understand what you are going through, because I am listening also from other people who have similar problems. I wish you all the best in the future. I hope this interview will help and introduce your problem, your case to lots of people who can maybe find a solution, or he can offer your help. Maybe some of doctors who will see this can also say you something more about your illness, and I hope that you will come back in your real life very soon.
Thank you so much, and thank you to have me. That was...
All the best to you and to your family and to Norway and Spain also.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Evo, dragi narode, vidjeli ste ovaj slučaj. Dakle, ja ne mogu ništa posebno tu reći, sve ste čuli. Predlažem da pogledate dokumentarac cijeli, nije jako dug, 35 minuta, u kome se prolazi kroz sve ove detalje o kojima smo danas razgovarali. Ono što bih htio reći, da naglasiti, da smo vrlo rano, već 2021. godine, mi obični ljudi, dakle ja kao nekakav običan čovjek, ne stručnjak, ne znanstvenik, ne doktor, znali da ta bolest COVID-19 nije opasna za mnogi ljude jednako. Dapače, tada su umirali ljudi sa prosječno 2 do 4 druga komorbiditeta i uglavnom su bili stariji od 70 godina. Prema tome, nikakvog smisla nije bilo preporučavati mladima, posebno ljudima u ovakvoj kondiciji kao što je gospodin Heiko, da uzimaju cjepivo protiv bolesti koja na kraju imala smrtnost manju od sezonske gripe. I kada se dogodi ovako nešto i kažu da je to rijetko, ja vam predlažem da pogledate znanstvene radove koje sam ja i na svom profilu i na svojoj stranici objavio. Nisu to moji radovi, to su neki drugi radovi. Pa da vidite i da čujete što to oni nazivaju rijetkim i što to nazivaju blagim i što to nazivaju privremenim. Dakle, niti je blago, niti rijetko, niti privremeno. Ovo sve su marketinške poruke koje hoće ublažiti štetu koju su učinili. Zašto to znam? Ne samo što se bavim već dugo ovom temom i čitam ono što rade ljudi koji su etični, profesionalni, koji nisu korumpirani, nego ih zanima istina i znanost. Još i komuniciram s ljudima koji su imali slične slučajeve ili još gore, da su im bliski stradali nakon ovog cjepiva. Oni znaju da je od toga, ali naravno da zdravstvene institucije nisu zainteresirane da naprave autopsije, da provjere. Osim čast izuzecima, objavio sam i nedavno rad koja je među ostalima autor i moja kolegica, odnosno prijateljica, doktorica Ivana Pavić, u kome su napravili analizu autopsija ljudi koji su umrli nakon cjepiva i pronašli su jasne tragove spike proteina u mišićnom tkivu i jasnu vezu između ne korelaciju, nego kauzaciju između cjepiva i umiranja. Također, istraživanja su pokazala kojima su sudjelovali moji poznanici da se može, ako se na vrijeme otkrije da postoji ovakva bolest, i uspješno liječiti. Dakle, perikarditis i miokarditis se mogu uspješno liječiti određenim tretmanima, ali da bi se uopće to dogodilo mora se pregledat, mora doći do informacije. To se može. Zašto se ne dolazi? To bi ja volio postaviti pitanje, kao što sam postavio pitanje kada su u Hrvatskom saboru raspravljali o tome da li će razgovarati o pandemiji, pa su zaključili da nemaju što razgovarati, iako su sve napravili odlično. Pa mi je čudno da ne želiš razgovarati o nečemu što si tako dobro učinio. Pogotovo kad su u pitanju političke stranke koje se hvale svojim rezultatima, sad odjednom nešto što su tako odlično vodili kao što je pandemija, ne žele se time hvaliti. Ja bih ipak rekao da oni tu pokušavaju nešto sakriti, a evo ovakvi slučajevi pokazuju možda i što. I još jednu stvar za kraj, ne manje važnu, a to je da predlažem svim onima koji su doživjeli, nažalost, tragedije kao što su iznenadne smrti, neočekivane njihovih bližnjih, da ipak daju priliku sebi da provere da li možda nešto takvo ima kakve veze sa cijepnim statusom. Znam što govorim, znam zašto ovo govorim, ali ja ne mogu biti taj koji ću reći obiteljima da možda to ima veze i da provere, ali evo sugeriram možda da o tome razmišlja, da ipak uzmu u obzir da možda vjeruju znanosti, vjeruju struci, nije trebalo biti, jer ipak je vjera pitanje religije, a znanost je pitanje sumnje. Hvala lijepo i vidimo se u sljedećoj epizodi Slobodnog.
Nitko vas neće natjerati da se poklonite zvijeri, učinit ćete to svoje voljno, odbacujući vjeru. Bićete laka meta za zvijeri, jer se niste podredili vjeri. Ako se ne podredite vjeri, podredit ćete se zvijeri. Toliko ćete se suobličiti sa ovim svijetom, da nećete ni prepoznati da ste u zabludi. Biće to najveća demonska prevara ikada i pravedno zaslužena osuda nad nepokajanim grešnicima.
Gdje su svi oni